Hey, welcome back. I'm Jason Hardy with Elite Barbecue Smokers, and today I want you to make a prime rib on Weber Kettle grill. You're gonna love this one. So let's get to prepping so we can get to cooking. This here is about a 5.5 pound. We got this prime rib from Walmart. We're gonna cook this here for Christmas. It's choice grade. It's pretty simple. See right here, this fat cap right here is really hard. See, my knife is scoring it right here. It's not gonna render, and my salt brine's not gonna get to it. So what I'm gonna do is come right in here, take my knife and hold it flat, just go across it. All I'm trying to do is expose that silver skin. All right, so as you see right here, we got a little bit of the fat cap trimmed up. We took the sinew off of it. So right now, we just got the prime rib, a salt brine it. And to do that, I'm basically using our SPG. You can do just kosher salt if you want to, but you also can just go ahead and do an SPG seasoning. This kosher salt's gonna dig down to the meat. Get it off the table. So now we got all seasoned up with our SPG. So now we're gonna wrap it up in saran wrap to allow them flavors to dig into the meat. What we'll do is put this in the refrigerator and we'll let this salt brine. We're gonna let this go overnight, but you normally want to go no less than 3 hours because you want that salt to get down to the core of the meat. And the longer you salt brine it, the deeper that salt's gonna get and the more salt it's gonna be. So there's something to keep in mind here, but this one will go overnight. And tomorrow, put the bad boy on the smoker to get this party started. So while we got the charcoal getting lit, we're gonna open up our prime rib here. Let's see what I have with the salt brine. Been right at 24 hours with the salt brine here. I want you to look at something of it. All of the kosher salt has dug down to the meat. The only thing you see right now is a little bit of the black pepper in there and the garlic granules. And all the salt we put on here for the salt brine has penetrated down to that meat. So you can see here on the fat, you can see a couple of spots on the fat where it hasn't went down to. We took a lot of the fat off. So we got the salt flavor down into the meat now. What I'm gonna do now is go over top of it again with my SPG mixture, give a little more flavor and establish a little more of a bark taste. Now I'm gonna cook this one right here way up. This way I'm gonna cook it when I get through with it. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna flip it over. I'm gonna put it on the back side first. All right, let's get the edges first right here. Across here, flip it over. Same thing here. I'm gonna let this set a few minutes while my charcoal's getting up temperature. Put this bad one on the grill, get this party started. So we got a Weber Kettle grill running right at 295, right at around 300 degrees, which is where we want to be at. I've set my temperature alarm on here to be a high temp of 300, a low temp of 250. Kind of give me a range to go by. What I've done also in here, if you've seen, I've taken a brick and I've improvised kind of a diffuser in here. And we got a hot side, direct side, and an indirect side. I put a water pan in here and adds water to it, kind of give me some moisture into it. I've let this kind of level off around temperature, like I said, around 290, 293 right now. We're gonna put our prime rib on there. We've taken the probe and put it in the center of the prime rib to make sure that we've got a good reading in the center point prime rib. We've allowed it to rest on the counter about an hour, hour and 15 minutes. What that's gonna do is allow me when I'm cooking it to get my internal be my medium rare, but my outside won't be overcooked when we really brown. On a grill, I want you to look at something other. The Thornworth's got a pit probe. That's what we got right here sitting on top of it. Kind of where the prime rib's gonna be at. Now we've got our prime rib. Now when I set this on here, I'm gonna set this where it's this direction. That way this part right here, which is a lot of fat, is gonna get bombarded with the heat more than this side over here. We rotate around as we need to. But I've got the alarm here set for, make sure you can see it. I got an alarm here set for a high temp 118. A low temp I don't care about. We're running 141. The pit right now is at 300. It's coming up temperature pretty good, so we're good. And I like this Thornworth's because I can monitor temperature inside. That way I know where I'm kind of getting. I need to start checking on it. I need to add charcoal, whatever. That's the whole purpose of this. Don't look good? We just took this out the smoker. We're gonna let it rest a few minutes and then we're gonna slice it up, see what it tastes like. Looks good. Slice the bad boy up and see what it tastes like. Come right here on the end right here and cut me a good little slice down the edge. From first impression right now, I'm gonna tell you straight up, I'd like to have a little more rare than that. Now, my mother, this is for her, she's gonna be all for this. But for me, I'd want a little bit more rare to it. So we poured it off, it said it was 118. When I probed it, it was right around 124. had a carrier temperature probably about another 5 to 10 degrees. So it's probably in the number 130 range when I've sliced it, which is fine. But you see it's still got some good color to it, but it's still not quite as rare looking as I would like it to be. That being stated, we will taste it. I got a piece right here. We'll taste this Fidelis meat. Good Lord have mercy. I love that flavor. A little chew, not much. That's good. It's got a jam up flavor to it. Rub and everything mixed into it good. I'm really happy for it. Color, I would want to see it a little more rare than what it is, but at the end of the day, it still tastes good, and that's the whole ball game. Like I said, this is my mother. She wants something a little more done than what I would want, so that's part of the reason why it is what it is. Let's see what Dolly thinks. Dolly, you ready for this? Come on. Dolly liked it. Dolly like it? I know you will too. I say the blessing. Let's go eat. Lord, bless the food by received. In Jesus' name pray. Amen. Hey, do me a favor. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and please subscribe to our channel. Also, check out a link up here. This is the link up here will carry you to 2 links. One of them is going to be to our beef series. We have briskets, prime rib, and stuff like that on it. The other one will be to a holiday series. This will be any kind of holiday meal you think about that we cook. You go there and get some ideas from it. Again, thank y'all for watching. See you next time.